Hi guys, welcome to Tech Talk 2015, the first episode.
Indeed, first episode of 2015.
We've got a couple of little gadgets and new products to show you. We have, including this, which I personally picked up. Not because I wanted one, but it was sort of a product test that we're going to do ourselves, isn't it?
Yes.
It's basically a Vivitar 720p HD sports camera. It's what they fetched out. I think when they first brought them out, they retailed £100.
Right.
Now they don't know about £35. So we've always joked in the previous episodes, didn't we, about using GoPros and using the cheaper version. Now, as a photographer, it's kind of hard for me to say, always go for the expensive stuff, because I know for a fact that if you've got a cheap camera and a decent lens, you can still capture some amazing images. But this is kind of going to go different ways, I think. Okay. I don't think you're going to get the same quality in that.
Yeah.
So we'll have a look at it. We'll see what we got. Yeah, there is some rather scary similarities. Very scary similarities. Okay, normal thing, the box, which is open. It's actually screwed on here, which I can actually unscrew it. Okay. Okay, let me just push out with you. Very...
Yeah.
GoPro, evened out the buttons on it. I think it's that way. I actually just switched it on.
Switch it on. Yeah.
I did, yeah. Sammy's no card in it, yes. So, that's the actual housing for it.
Yeah.
I think Lee is the GoPro guy, so...
That is very similar. I think it is the same kind of material they've used for the housing as the other GoPro. Is it secure though?
I don't know. It is a little...
It possibly is, but I can get my thumbnail in there.
Yeah.
And that plastic clip there, it does seem a little bit flimsy. You don't want to be playing around with that and then suddenly it'll just bing.
Yeah. And this has a G rating, so it has a good drop on it.
Yeah.
But it's going to be good to find out in a little test, I think, how good it actually is. The second thing is the actual camera. This is the Vivitar DVR 783 HD. Now, first things first, I like a miles difference in quality. This thing, the build quality in it is unbelievable. It's strong. It's made from, I think it's made from alloy.
It is.
This thing's just plastic. So they sort of pair them together. I don't know. I'll pass them to Lee for him to and have a look at the whole.
First things first, I can tell is the weight.
Yeah,
this is a lot lighter.
It is, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Now, how this can be a sports camera? I mean, they are light, but they have to be a certain build quality.
Yeah,
they do. I mean, for it to have a snowboarder on the cover, helmet cam, and a cyclist, and an underwater shot is what I'm still a bit dubious with. Right, there's some of the little built-in features. It's got a 5.1 megapixel digital sports camera, high definition 720p, 4 times digital zoom, 1.77 preview screen, which is on the back, which is really... I've actually looked at the preview screen and it is not the best of quality. It's very... I'd like to say out of time then.
Right.
Just, if you move it quickly, it cannot keep up pixels wise.
But it is, I would say that's an advantage of the GoPro, really, that there is a screen on, on the base unit. I mean, you can get a GoPro, I'm not sure which version it is. It may be either the Silver or that Hero.
I think it's the Hero.
And it has the screen built in. But their screen obviously fills the entire space on the GoPro, whereas this is only about 2/3 of the case size. So.
Waterproof case included, mount accessories, lithium battery built in, and an SD card, mini SD card, which you need by yourself.
Okay.
You do. Now, again, packaging wise, very GoPro, except for the screw.
The cheap looking nut.
Now, this is the shocking thing, is when you take...
Right, there's USB
cables. That is just a normal cover, I think, for it, the actual cover itself. Now, this is what I want to show everybody. This is a handlebar mount.
Right.
Now, even down to the thread, even down to the way it's mounted, it's got GoPro
written all over it.
I'm willing to even bet that the actual thread size will fit in a GoPro. Even to the point where you unscrew this. I think they come all the way out, yeah they do. And this comes apart, even down to the 3-prong, 2-prong
Oh yes, yeah.
Mount. So
mount for the tripod. I've put this in the housing, and I don't know how to get it out of the housing.
Okay.
Just to let you know.
Just leave it in the house. Oh God.
But
sorry, the screw fell apart.
This is the dry housing. Was there any cover for your ports there? Did it come?
No cover for the port. Which is that's why I'm a bit dubious with the actual waterproof housing.
Because on the GoPro, of course, you have the little side panel there, which keeps your HDMI port, your USB port, and your micro SD slot clean and dry. It's exposed on the Vivitar, and that may cause problems, say, if you're in a dusty environment or in the desert, or doing something, or even in the water, and that you don't want those connections getting wet, because you will short circuit your camera. So.
It will, yeah. Now, build quality wise for this, it's actually really good. This is a handlebar mount, and from what I can see, the actual mount itself, it's not bad quality. I don't know about how it's going to hold, because there's actually no padding in between there and your bike, so you probably need to go some bending or something. That's the plug, USB plug.
Alright, I get you. That goes on there. Okay.
And this is the helmet mount. Very similar again, though, to... I don't even know if that actually unclips there. Pushes out. But either way, this basically, you put it onto... I'll show you in my head. You put it onto the helmet and
straight up
feed it down through.
Yeah. And then tie it off.
And then tie it off, basically, inside the helmet. Again, still... Yeah.
And a couple of problems with that is, as I do a lot of mountain biking myself, you want something more secure than that.
Yeah.
Because you'll be bouncing along on some trails, and before you know it, your camera's flying ahead in front of you.
Yes.
You've got some stunning footage, but I personally, regardless of how much I spend on a camera, I don't want to see it flying down the mountain.
No, but we don't.
You tie it off, and it doesn't be any secured clips. Here's your shoe.
Did you actually get a 1-year warranty on this? So I was quite surprised. And you do get the Vivitar Experience Image Manager software.
Yeah.
Which is basically, I'm assuming again, I don't use GoPro myself, but he does.
I assume it's
the capture. Yeah, Vivitar Experience software. Yes, very similar to the GoPro Studio. About what you can actually do with it. But as I said, this was bought basically to show you a comparison between what you buy, what you pay your money for, and what happens if you buy sort of a cheap version of it. Now we will put them through tests.
Yeah.
We know what the GoPro will do. We know what the GoPro will take, but we'll put them side by side and put them through some tests, because I got a funny feeling that's where you're going to see
the difference.
Especially having just played around with this. If we can get out the mount, of course.
Yeah.
It is, especially having played around with this and looking at the laggy screen at the back, which I was very disappointed with, because I've actually used Lee's GoPro with the screen on it, and you're doing this, it's a perfect image. It doesn't break up, it doesn't split, and doesn't go what you get a pixel split across the middle of the screen, which is like the screen split in half, and you get basically a delay and everything. So we'll definitely put them through the tests. The reason why I sort of go on to this with a Vivitar is the fact that yes, it's £35 now, and like I said, I'm not concerned with spending £35 on us blowing up a camera, as what the show's about. It's the fact that when this first came out, it was £99, which is GoPro Hero
is now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I know for a fact that GoPro Hero is a stunning piece of camera. It is a wonderful piece of kit, especially for those just getting into GoPros. It's the one to have.
It's amazing what features you get for £99.
It is. So for this to suddenly rapidly drop down in price, I also think it's got Lee was reading, I think it's got a 5-minute record time each time, which is annoying, because unless you're some sort of Olympic athlete going on a hill on a mountain bike, you know, it's going to last longer than 5 minutes.
Apparently you can turn that feature off, but I'm not sure whether that causes some additional effects on your footage. Check online, folks, because I only quickly had a look at it, but from what I've seen of it quickly so far, it's a good, I would say it's a good entry-level budget camera if you're just starting out and you don't care for quality or for any of the features that the GoPro will give you. But to be honest, these mounts, they feel light, they do feel cheap, and I wouldn't be confident wearing that on a helmet or any other mount.
They'll spit on the GoPros as well. But we don't say that.
That's not just me being bitter and saying, I paid X amount for this, and that's only
the one thing we will point out is we're not sponsored by any camera company on this show. I am a Nikon fanboy, I'll admit that to anyone. Lee loves his GoPro stuff. We're not sponsored by any cameras on here, but for what you are paying for, it's nice to be able to just go up and get stuff like we did with this, to check and see what we got going on and see what it's like against the major brands. And I'm still dubious of actually putting it in here and
doing a drop test.
I'm doing a drop test because it's got a G rating, so and this, it doesn't feel like a G rating case.
My concern with that is as well, you've got the thread there to mount it onto the tripod. That's directly in the case. If you put too much pressure on that,
it's going to
crack the case.
So
that's another mark.
Another one, I think one of the first one we'll try before we do a G rating on it is actually we'll put the camera in it, set it to record, we'll put it on an tripod arm, and we'll put it in a pond or something to see if it is waterproof, if it will last. Because all they actually got on the box is just waterproof. It doesn't say
a depth rating or anything.
No, there's nothing actually on here.
Okay,
it is. But so stick with us. We'll give it a good couple of tests now in the next couple of weeks, and then we'll put it through some stuff. Lee can put the footage on.
And
we'll let you have a look.